I've wanted to make a video about my arcade for a while now, but I keep putting it off because I always feel like I'm never quite satisfied with it. There's always something new that I want to do to a machine. I've bought cabinets, I've sold cabinets, I've traded cabinets, I've obtained them in various ways. But I realize that the longer I put it off, the less and less likely that the video will ever be made. So maybe I'll just make it a yearly thing because yes, I do change my arcade pretty much yearly. So as of June 2023, this is a tour of my current home arcade. My crippling arcade addiction started with Cammy. This is my customized Street Fighter 2 cabinet that I got absolutely years ago. I want to say 2015 or 2016. And since then, she's been a constant project of mine, modifying and upgrading her in any way that I see fit. My favorite upgrade I've ever done to her was making her coin operated because I get to use her as a piggy bank now, which is actually kind of fun. She's running a Raspberry Pi 4 with sandwich joysticks and a LCD monitor. A lot of people wanted to jump down my throat and yell at me as to why I didn't choose a CRT monitor. Trust me, it's in the works. As of right now, those CRTs use up far too much power, and I'm not trying to speedrun deforestation, so I'm just going to stick with the LCD for now, but eventually, when I get my new place, I do want to put a CRT monitor in her. And one more thing that people try to correct me on all the time, I know Cammy wasn't in Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, she was in Super Street Fighter 2. I mean, I have a Street Fighter cabinet in my house, so you don't think I know these things. The reason I named her Cammy is because I started playing Street Fighter with Super Street Fighter 2, and she became my main there, and ever since then in all of the other Street Fighter games I've prominently played as Cammy. So that's why I named her Cammy. Moving on to the left is my PlayStation 2 kiosk. Now I'm not going to go too deep into this one because I have an entire video on this channel showing off me building it, so I'm just going to link that in the top right. All I will say for right now is that it's become my permanent Guitar Hero arcade machine, and it draws a lot of attention at parties. A lot of people like to flock to this and play some competitive Guitar Hero on it. So I like having it set up like this, and it's kind of a fun machine just to have set up and running in the background. Next to that is my PlayStation 4 kiosk. Now this one is the crown jewel of my collection. This is the most important piece in my arcade in my opinion. It is a pretty much stock PlayStation 4 kiosk. My girlfriend used to work at GameStop and they were going to toss it, and she very kindly managed to snag it for me. And ever since then, it's been my all-time favorite piece in my collection, just in my entire collection, not just in the arcade, just my collection in general. This is a very, very important piece to me. It is a stock PlayStation 4 kiosk. Nothing about it is changed or different from when it was last in GameStop. And it's probably the last of its kind because the PS5 kiosks you see places aren't quite the same. They don't really run on the same sort of hardware as these old units do. They pretty much just rely on over-the-air internet updates, and because of that, eventually the kiosks are probably going to brick themselves. So the PS4 kiosks are probably the last ones of their kind, so it really does mean a lot to me that this is a prominent piece in my collection. Next up, we got my Class of 81 Deluxe from Arcade1Up. This is the most recent arcade machine in my collection. This one I just got and finished assembling slightly after I got the Ridge Racer, which we will get to. Now, this is the Deluxe Arcade1Up release, which is based off of the original arcade release from 2001, which just so happened to be the very first arcade machine that I've ever played on. Now, I played on a cocktail version of this back in the day, but I still wanted something sort of resembling my very first experience with an arcade machine, as if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't even be making this video right now, or hell, I might not even be running this YouTube channel. So this is kind of a cool machine. Obviously it plays Miss Pac-Man and Galaga, which you would expect. Specifically, I wanted this machine for Galaga 88 because this is a really good version of Galaga. It's also got some other random Namco classics just sort of thrown onto it. It's a cool machine. Not a huge fan of the controls. For $500, I feel like the controls are a little too mushy. Arcade1Up really does need to improve that. The joystick feels okay, but the buttons have way too much travel, and it doesn't really feel like an authentic arcade machine with the buttons. I do hope that one day they can put some nice micro switch buttons in as opposed to the crappy little thin contact switch buttons. Not a fan of those, but still a pretty cool machine nonetheless. Next up is the Ridge Racer machine. Now, I made a video a while back talking about a modded Asteroids machine that I had made. I'll put that up in the top corner. And that was kind of a cool machine, but it got a little stale because it was literally just Asteroids and a couple other games. So I ended up actually trading that machine for this one. And as soon as I got the opportunity to do that, I jumped on it because I wanted a Crazy Taxi machine. And as you can see, it plays Crazy Taxi perfectly. This is actually running an old gaming PC. It's about 10 years old at this point, actually, but it works perfectly fine for RetroArch and all of the old racing games from back in the day. I even managed to run an updated version of NASCAR Heat on here. You select the games through a really nifty interface with a big box. This is all based on Launchbox, which is pretty cool. And yeah, this is just a really neat machine to play. My girlfriend actually challenged me to get arcade Mario Kart running on this, the Mario Kart GP. And I actually did manage to get it working, which was a genuine struggle. You kind of have to jump through hoops if you're running multiple different versions of Dolphin, which one of them needs to be configured properly to emulate arcade games. Total pain in the ass, but completely worth it in the end to have a machine that runs arcade Mario Kart, because that's pretty much just an arcade specific thing. So really cool to have something in the house that does that. In terms of like popularity, this machine, along with the PS2 kiosk with Guitar Hero, seems to be one of the more popular ones. My friends and family, whoever I have over, will just form a line to play Crazy Taxi, and it's such a fun experience because it just reminds me of the arcade. And last but not least is my Pong cocktail cabinet. Now, this is something I got in January. I got it right before my surgery, so I had something to do. And I figured, might as well play a little bit of Pong while I can't really be up and active. Turns out I was bedridden the whole time, so I didn't get to use this pretty much at all. However, when I was feeling a little better, I decided to just start grinding Tempest on here. And Tempest is one of my favorite arcade games. And this has a really fun version. It's cool playing it with a wheel. I never got to play Tempest with a wheel, aside from on the Asteroids machine and this Pong machine. I've only played it with a joystick before. So playing it with a wheel is so much better and so much more natural. I really like Tempest. This is a damn good version. Obviously it plays Pong too, no shit. And that is my current arcade as of June 2023. Now, like I said in the start of this video, things change a lot. I trade cabinets and sell cabinets all the time whenever I get bored of them, but I can't see myself getting bored of any of these cabinets anytime soon, so this is going to be the layout for the discernible future, or at least for the next probably year until I end up saving up and buying another cabinet. But when that does happen, I'll be sure to make another video and update you guys. Anyways, this has been DanRock. Thank you for watching this little tour of my home arcade. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see videos similar to this one, make sure to hit the comment box and let me know. And until next time, peace out and take care.